back to another exciting and thrill-filled adventure with DIY Nautical Dream. Okay, maybe that was a little over the top. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next video started.
Welcome back to another episode of DIY Nautical Dream. I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Rich.
Together
we make DIY Nautical Dream. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started on our next episode. And in this episode, we're going to work on troubleshooting the bilge pump, trying to figure out why that does not work. The bilge is full of water, like almost up to the bottom of the batteries even. And yeah, so that's something we want to figure out, because obviously if we were going to splash the boat or anything like that, we want that resolved right away. The other thing we're going to work on is we noticed that the aft port lights in the aft cabin are leaking really bad, so that's kind of one of the areas we're going to start out with first, trying to remove those aft port lights. We're going to test the stove. You cleaned up the stove pretty well, right? And so we want to check that out and see if that works. So and at the same time, we'll be testing the propane system and making sure that's all good to go too. So we're going to check out a couple things in that testing session. And if we get around to it, I'll test the navigation electronics in the cockpit area and see if those work or not. And if they do, that's great. Then we can probably keep those for a while to use them. And if not, we're going to upgrade anyways at some point, and we'll move on and get started with the upgrading it sometime down the road. Not right now. It's very low priority, but.
Oh, and then why don't you try to show them the outside walk through the boat, like underground?
Yeah, like the exterior of the hull from the ground level. Yeah, since it's on the hard, we could do that. And yeah, it's got an interesting looking keel on it. It's a wing keel, so yeah, we'll take a couple looks at that and do a walk around video. So, and then you got a little project of your own you're gonna get started on too. What's that?
Yeah, at the same time, I'm gonna try to start making the cover of the hatch cover, right?
Oh yeah, for the large hatches. Yeah, because those all leak, and right now we don't have time to figure
Fix
out
it
how.
right
Yeah,
away.
so we're just gonna cover them so they won't leak throughout the upcoming winter season. So, all right, well that's cool. So we'll see how far we get, and we'll
go from there.
We'll check back in later. All right, we'll see you in a little while. Okay, in the process of removing this window back here, I've removed the screws on the inside, and I removed the screws on the outside, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna come out yet. So now it looks like it's sealed in pretty good. So that'll be the next step. Figure out how to break it loose. Okay? So, let's see. Gonna go get the more aggressive blade, I think. You will see in the next clip that this is clearly the wrong way to try and remove the port lights. I didn't learn it right away, but slowly over time I figured out this was the wrong way to go. Notice all the gel coat dust. Let's see how we do now. We got a different blade on here. Seems like it's working better. Yeah. All right, we'll keep trying. All right, I think I got it ready to come out. Oh yeah. Man, if they all come out this easy, that'll be good. Let's see what we have here.
Over there to avoid water coming in temporarily.
Let's see here.
You're not listening. Honey?
So I'm going to replace this plywood. I was thinking it was 1/2 inch thick, but definitely not. That's 1/4. Okay, well, duh. That's a good thing. That'll save me some money. All right. Cool. Well, we got one out. Like a whole bunch more to go. I don't know, I think there's 10 Portlights in this boat altogether, so we got a little ways to go. I also got to put some plastic over that opening, so see? That one's going to be next. Okay, so lessons learned on this first window removal was we don't need to go so aggressive. This was a bit too much, cut through it really fast like butter, but the problem was it also damaged the gel coat. So luckily that window already had some damaged gel coat around it, but we know what to not do next time. So from now on, we're going to use this smooth blade here, and this one cuts through it pretty good too now that I know how to use it right. So it's alright, good learning experience on the window that didn't matter the most, so it's okay. Like I said, there was already some damage around the gel coat on that one. So anyways, but yeah, that came out super easy. So, and the other thing we learned was it's not 1/2 inch plywood, it's actually 1/4 inch. So I'll order 1/4 inch teak plywood if I can find it. So if not, then we'll have to do some veneering on plywood, I guess, but we'll find some. All right, cool. So this is the aftermath after removing the first Portlight on this boat. 1 down, 15 to go, and we have it taped over with some clear packing tape. Up next, we're going to test the propane stove and the propane system itself, see how that works. Okay, one of the goals on today was to verify we got this propane system working. So I know these look kind of rough, but we're going to replace them. So we got the propane turned on, and then we're going to go inside and check to see if the stove and if the oven works. So we have to be careful because everything's wet and slippery. Okay, so here we got the propane control system on, and then let's see. All right, there we go. So that's pretty cool. There we go. Nice. And we know this one needs a new igniter on it right here, so I'm not going to try that one right now. But hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Seems like there's a song about that, but yeah. Alright, so let's see. Let's see about the oven action now. I've never messed with one of these before, so this is kind of cool. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, here we go. That's a good sign right there. That means we're going to be able to cook pizza. All kinds of good action here. Right on. Well, that's a big plus. Happy about that. I'm sure that I can probably figure out what that part is, order a couple extras. But yeah, looks good. Right on. So that's a big plus. One item that we can check off on the list that we know this works. Let's see here. Let's see if I can go to low. Yep. Alright, so we can go to low and then back to high. And back to high. Right on. And then we'll go to off. Off. And let's see what happens when we turn the oven to off. Okay. And it's off. We're on. Everything's off. Okay, so now we just gotta figure out what the normal operations are on this and make a note of it. Alright, good deal. We're pretty happy that the stove and the oven work on this because to replace this would be pretty expensive right off the bat at the early stages of the refit. Okay, so another thing we have going now is our list of jobs. Work waiting to do, jobs in work, and jobs complete. So let's see here. We got a few here. Oh, we got lots more to add. This is just, for now, easy ones to think of off the top of the head. So, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll make some progress. So, oh, here we go. We can take this one off the in work column and put it here. That's verify operation of propane system, stove, and check for leaks. Everything checked out good. So yeah, we'll upgrade our tanks and everything, obviously. Probably new hoses, all that. Make sure everything's up to date. But at least it works. Alright, we're going to start moving in. JK. No, we're going to start putting food and stuff in the refrigerator here on the boat so we can have snacks and beverages while we're working on the boat. That way we won't have to leave so many times to go get something to eat or drink or something of that sort. Anyways. Good job cleaning it out, baby. Right on. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there you are. Good job.
Yeah, right.
Good job cleaning it out.
You good job.
Yeah. Oh, still got some work to do on that one yet. Cool. Right on. Okay, up next we're going to check out the bilge pump and see if we can figure out why this thing's not working. Like we said before, there's water pretty much up to the bottom of the batteries on this boat when we first got it, and we had to pump it out using a different alternative method. But anyways, this wiring system they got going on here, I'm not sure who added this or what the deal is with it, but it's not one of my favorites. My biggest struggle right now is figuring out this bilge system here, because to get to the bilge pump you have to get way down there, which is not really convenient. And so anyways, yeah, there's a float switch and a pump down there which turns on the main bilge, and then over here in the forward area there's a high water bilge and a high water alarm, which is also only activated by a float switch. Of course, both of those float switches have failed, so there's no way to turn on the pumps manually, and so I'm going to remove these pumps and the float switches, and I'm gonna attempt to make this all better. As you can see down there, there's a basket which used to be the old bilge pump mounted on this metal bracket right here, this thing right here. But anyway, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna attempt to disconnect this hose here and see if I can untangle it, and hopefully that goes to the bilge pump. If I pull on that hose, maybe I pull the pump up. So that's my thinking. We'll see. Let's see if I have any luck with that or not. Stay tuned. Alright, so here's a little update. I got the this is a bilge pump float switch. The bilge pump is supposed to mount there, which it popped out when I tried to pull this bracket out. Because the hose is hooked up to this hose here is just it's very rigid and does not flex very well, and they put a lot of hose down there, so it automatically just kind of binds up on everything. So, but yeah, so we're getting there. We're making some progress. If you look, I don't know if you can see down there or not, but the pump is down there, and yeah, it's hooked to the end of that white hose. You can kind of see it right there. Anyways, we're gonna get that pulled up next, and we will go from there. But yeah, it's coming out of there today. It will get out of here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook some new wires to the old wires. I'm gonna pull the old wires through all the way back to the breaker panel. I'm gonna rewire this system. I'm gonna put it so it has an alarm on it, not an alarm, but a LED light that comes on whenever the pump comes on. There'll be a light that comes on. There's gonna be a light down here at the radio panel. I'll have a light down there and a switch for auto, manual, or on. And same thing at the cockpit. I'll have one there too, indication light and switch. And then forward down here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyways, there's an alarm, a high bilge alarm down here, right there. That weird looking box there, that's an alarm. And then there's a bilge, high water bilge down there, mounted on another bracket similar to this one. And yeah, I'm gonna redo all this. So we're gonna have actually, by the time it's all done, there's gonna be two primary bilge pumps and one high water bilge pump. And when the high water one comes on, there'll be an alarm that comes on with it. So there'll be an alarm inside the boat and one up at the helm, along with lights too. So that's the plan. More to come on that, but let's get this. Right now I just want to get this pump out of here and start figuring out what we're going to do to clean out the bilge, because I don't know if you can see down in there, but that bilge water looks pretty nasty. We're going to clean that out. Plus the keel bolts are down there. I want to look at the keel bolts, see what kind of condition they're in. I'm thinking they're going to be in good shape, but we want to look anyways. Okay, so we got the bilge pump out and I cleaned it off, and man, it was really nasty. But take a look here. This thing was not going to work no matter whether the electrical was good or not. That impeller is not supposed to be able to do that. It's just totally off the shaft. So we're going to be getting a new one. Looks like it's a Rule 2000. So okay, now we know what to order. I'm going to order a couple of those. Always good to have a backup too. So this one might be able to be fixed and keep it as a spare. I don't know, but it's not worth chancing that right now. Just order a new one and we'll keep going. But yeah, we got it out of there, and just wasn't an easy spot to fish a bilge pump out of. So yep, it's gonna be a fun area to put a new one in too, and the wiring and all that, but we'll get it. I'm gonna try and straighten this up a little bit, make it look better. Let's check in and see how Baby's doing on the large opening hatch covers she's making. Here is Baby's making, using the canvas and sewing machine. She's making new canvas covers for our forward large hatches. So that'll be cool. Yep, looking forward to that. Good job, Baby.
Good job.
Up next, we're going to try out the navigation electronics up in the cockpit area there, and this is all Raymarine equipment, and we're going to see how this stuff powers up and if any of it works, if any of it's worth saving or not. Who knows, maybe it's all good and we won't have to buy anything for a while, but it's been sitting for a really long time, so with electronics you never really know until you know. So we'll see what's up. Well, let's see if this seems like the autopilot steering works. Well, it worked for a second. Let's see here. Well, we'll have to figure that out more. Looks like the Raymarine C120 display is not functional. Well, the power's on, but it's not showing good information. We'll have to do more research into the autopilot. It looks like it works, but intermittently, so I'll have to check that out. Probably, I don't know, maybe connections or something not cleaned up. Check into it. I'm not sure about the wind instrument because there's no wind right now, so we'll see. It shows there's a little bit of breeze, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. We'll have to see what happens when there's more of a noticeable breeze. Depth and speed, we're not in the water, so it shows nothing. I'm not sure what this thing here is. Don't know. I'll have to look into that, see what that is all about. But yeah, it's disappointing. The C120 display is not working. It's showing a bunch of garbage. I'll just leave power on it for a while, see if maybe something comes around. If not, maybe the connections are loose or not connected properly, something like that. I can look into it later, but for now I was hoping it would work, but it doesn't. So anyways, more to follow on that. So I tried powering on and off the system a couple of times with the breaker panel, and then tried it again, and then it seemed like something was starting to work. Huh, interesting. Well, that's cool. Maybe there's hope after all. Look at that. Even the radar seems to be working, so that's very cool. That's positive information there. Right on. Nice. Well, that's cool. Alright, well, nice to know it works at least. I still think we're going to end up upgrading it though, but it's nice to know it works. We'll see. Trying to figure out why the autopilot's kind of acting weird though, but for right now, it seems to be working, but yeah, I think I'm going to upgrade all the electronics here and get some up-to-date stuff. These all seem to be working though. The autopilot. Huh. Well, that's cool. Alright. Good sign anyways. So we're getting ready to do a walk around to the bottom of the hull, and I was looking at the transducers up front, and I noticed that the depth, speed, and temp transducer appears to have a couple teeth broken off of the wheel. And then there's this odd looking transducer also. It looks like some kind of a, must be a forward facing sonar or something, I don't know.
Alright, so I started the hatch cover, and so far it went pretty good. So I'm just gonna see how far I can get to it and how many hatch cover I will get done.
Yeah, we have quite a few large opening hatches on this boat, so she has her work cut out for her on that one for sure.
Yeah, but it's not fast progress, because like we say always, we're working every day.
Yep.
And then we only have weekends to work on the boat, so we're trying to manage our schedule.
Right. So I was able to get the bilge pump at least out, and found out that that bilge pump wasn't going to pump water ever in the condition it was in. We found that the impeller had come loose on it, so we're going to have to replace that, and access to the bilge pump is nearly impossible. Also, we struggled getting the aft port lights removed, and I've never done anything like that before, so I'm making mistakes, and I'm ruining the gel coat, and I'm struggling. But this boat has lots of gel coat projects on it that we're gonna have to do down the road, so why not add some more to that list? So by removing the port lights, I gouged the gel coat up pretty bad around there, so it's all good. We're gonna have, like I said, we're gonna have to fix gel coat at some point. And
yeah, but at least we have one good news.
Yeah.
The stove's working.
The stove works. That is our thumbs up for this video.
Yeah.
The stove works. Navigation electronics were kind of, yeah, those are not, those are questionable. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to run with those or not. They got some issues. Some of them work, some of them don't. The autopilot's cutting in and out. Yeah, anyways, we'll just keep seeing what we see on those. But
so if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below.
And don't forget to hit like. And
stay tuned.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And we appreciate all of our new subscribers and all of our longtime subscribers that have been with us this whole way. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, think about it. Yeah. All right. See ya. Now there's a nice looking shell. I'd keep that one.
And what's that?
My idea. Oh, we got a boat coming. It's this guy. Nice. Dang. 5 engines on the back. That was sweet.